Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Wicked. Hello everyone, and welcome to Virtual Formula Drift Round 4. My name is Edmard, and I'm going to be taking you through the top 8, or the Great 8, as it were. We're just getting the lobby up here. We should have everyone in at the moment. I think we've got everyone in. But the top 8 for you guys is going to be JSI Dwight versus Family Guy. And then we will have DLSL Foul, that's D1SL Foul, and he is going to be up against DTE Latino. Then we're going to have DMI Lasers up against HKS Slider, and then MSR Hydro against Amp Demon. Now, we're sorry for any technical difficulties for those of you who may have been watching the top 32 through to top 16 to start with. We had Haystack offering his live stream capabilities, and unfortunately his internet seemed to be having some issues, and you know, it's been difficult for him, and I think there was something going on with his Wi-Fi connection in his house or something. Unfortunately, he missed out on being able to live stream the rest of it, but we've got it back up for you guys. We're going to deliver something quality for you for the top 8. And, you know, hopefully we get a really good end of the round here for you guys. Pretty sure we got everyone in now. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we got everyone in. So we should be going into battles pretty soon. It's looking pretty good. We got 3 Camaro ZL1s here, which is interesting. It's been quite a popular car of choice for most of the guys competing in this round. I guess that's because of the tyre regulations of Virtual Formula Drift. We're running the exact same regulations, well, as close as we can do, as far as Forza goes, with tyre regulations, and it sort of mounts up against the weight of the car and the width of the tyre. And I guess the Camaro ZL1 is a popular choice within those brackets, working on Forza. Okay, so looks like we've got the lobby started up here. I'm going to be going into spectate mode pretty soon. I like to leave it a second so that I don't miss anyone out, so that I load everyone up. But yeah, we're going to be getting the battles going pretty soon. The top 32 and the top 16 went fairly well. Probably being a bit optimistic there. But we had a few upsets, and at the moment in the top 8 we've even got some lower qualified competitors from Family Guy, who was only qualified 24th, and we also had HKS Slider, who qualified 23rd. The rest of the guys, you know, we've got Dwight, who was our top qualifier. He's been really laying it down this evening, really doing well. And we've also got number 4, number 5 qualifiers, Foul and Latino, and number 2 from DMI Lasers. He was number 2 qualifier, so he's made it through to the Great 8. So he's done really well there. And our number 3 qualifier, MSR Hydro, has also made it through to the Great 8. And that just shows that, you know, these qualifiers, they mean something. These guys are really good. They're laying it down all the time, every time, consistency. And you know, it's good to see the upsets. It's interesting to see the upsets and seeing people who maybe didn't do as well in qualifying, maybe they're not seeded that high. You know, it's good seeing them coming through and making it through to the Great Eight, but it's also good to see that people can lay it down, do consistent runs, and make sure that they, you know, do the best that they can. All right. All right, so first up we're going to have Dwight and Family Guy. And I believe Family Guy should be following. Just trying to set myself up here in the spectate mode. Family Guy is running the Camaro ZL1, and JSI Dwight is running the Skyline R33. Family Guy is running that familiar paint job that we've already seen tonight, of the creamy sort of, I don't know, what would you call that colour, like custard colour? It's an interesting colour, and he's got some nice stars all over there. You know, I guess he wants to represent America or something. I don't know. There's some star pattern going on. Don't know why they're stretched, but you know, each to their own. Keep drifting fun. It's all good, lovely. All right, so these two should be getting the battle underway momentarily. We've seen JSI Dwight really laying it down, doing really well this evening, so I'm expecting JSI Dwight to do well again. Hopefully he's not listening, because I'm probably putting some pressure on him, and you know, commentator has like this death hand that ruins everyone's runs whenever he says he's going to do well, so hopefully I haven't done that. Don't want to jinx it for anyone, but you know, just making some impressions, making a few predictions. We'll see how it pans out here. Looks like the driver's doing a bit of a burnout, warming up the tyres, getting ready. Alright, so they're getting ready to go here. Judge is going to tell them they can go whenever they're ready. And the Great 8 is underway. Alright, Family Guy is giving chase to JSI Dwight. Coming out of the 50 roll here. They're going to be going up to the first corner. Good initiation, he's right on his bumper. JSI Dwight laying down a killer line. Family Guy not giving in. Oh no, it looks like JSI Dwight is pulling away a little bit there. Oh, Family Guy cut the corner in a little bit there. Oh, and he was incredibly close to the wall there. Nice clean run there from the two guys there. I'm saying there too much, I know. Excuse me, I just had to cough there. Yeah, so nice clean first run. I think the judges might be favouring Dwight ever so slightly, but it's pretty close so far, which is good. We want to see that. These guys are not disappointing. So, second run of the first battle of the Great 8 is underway. Family Guy 420 giving the lead, and Dwight chasing. Nice speedy entry there from Dwight. A little bit more angle. Can he reel him in? He does so, using the brakes accordingly. Nice and smooth. Oh, Family Guy. Big correction. Oh, interesting entry into the last corner there from Family Guy, but they've kept it clean. Really nice. Let's go to the judges here, see what they think. I believe Spitzy has said that Dwight, and Di says it's Dwight as well, so we have Dwight goes through. Alright, Dwight gets the win. Next up, I think we're going to have Foul and Latino. Just waiting for confirmation. Yeah, it is foul Latino. Okay, so we got DTE Latino. He's going to be running the Advan style R34, and foul is in the GTO from the 60s retro style. It's got 666 written on the back of his car. I hope that doesn't mean anything. Anyway, so we've got foul leading and DTE Latino giving chase. Foul with a really nice early initiation. Oh, and Latino's, I think there might have been a bit of lag there. Latino got really shallow into the second clip. We've been suffering from a lot of lag issues this evening. It's really unfortunate. It plagued the top 16. We ended up with so many lag calls and things like that, and the reason why we couldn't stream it to you is because of lag issues, and you know, it's just unfortunate that we don't have the luxury that the real life competitions have of it being real life. This isn't a game. We've got to rely on internet, and it's not always reliable. So in between here, we're now switching round. Foul is going to give chase. Here they go for their second run into the 50 roll. Okay, DT Latino initiates with foul. There's a few space, quite a lot of space between them right now. They could be. I think foul is probably giving a bit of space due to lag. Oh, he lagged quite a lot on my screen just then. Okay, so judges are obviously going to have to take lag into account at the end of that battle. I think both of them set really nice consistent runs there, but you know, it's difficult when the judges are faced with lag, because you can't really judge lag, because it's something that happens to the individual in a very specific and unique way. So you know, the judges have got to make a judgment call on that. They've got to try and decipher whatever. They've got to make that decision and try and make it fair for everyone. And it's, you know, it's very difficult for judges. You've got to empathise with that. For me, I did feel that Latino was slightly more consistent. It was very close though. And I think they're going for one more time. Alright, so Latino is giving chase. Latino, very nice on the brakes there. Losing a bit of angle though. And he's a bit shallow. There was a tyre drop there from foul though. And Latino just drops a little tyre there. Foul really nice to that, close and to that wall tap. If you're listening to a live stream of the qualifying, you'll know that I really like wall taps. It's really good to see them. That was a really nice run from foul. Both of these guys laying it down out there. I think the judges are thinking that this is a pretty even run so far, so we're going to see what happens in the second run. Latino's going to lead? Yeah, Latino's going to lead, and foul is going to give chase, going into the 50 roll. Alright, so foul with his early initiation again. Latino managed to run away from him a little bit. Latino's dropped a couple of tyres there on the second clip. Foul managed to just about avoid hitting Latino as he comes in shallow to the next clipping point, and that is the end of the run. I think the judges are in agreement that foul is going to get the win. And yeah, that was a very good job by foul. He managed to avoid a collision there at the third clipping point, which was very well done. Okay, so next up we have a laser and slider. Both of these guys are in the Camaro ZL1. Like I said before, it's a popular car choice this weekend. I'm sure Fowler's very impressed with himself there. Okay, so I don't know what Laser's doing. He's just doing donuts around a cone. Do you not realise that it's his turn? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, so both of these guys in the Camaro ZL1 probably means they're pretty evenly matched as far as the car setup goes and everything. Lasers is lagging quite a lot on my screen, so hopefully it's not too difficult for the guys out there. I think they're both twitching about a bit. You know, lag has been an issue this evening, it's unfortunate. Never mind. We crack on. Alright, here we go. So Slider is going to give chase. As they enter into the first corner, there's a bit of a gap. Can Slider pull up? He's gone a bit shallow on the second clip. He's managed to pull the gap a little bit. Laser's pulling away from him on the straight a little bit. That was a very clean run for both of the guys there. I think the only thing that probably sway it for me is the fact that Slider was slightly shallow on that second clip in order to bring that gap together. Because, you know, you don't want, when you're chasing, you need to be as close as you can to the guy in front of you. And I'm sure he was trying to correct that for himself. But now they're going to switch it up. And Laser is going to give chase. And here they go into the 50 roll. Alright, so second run here. Laser's giving chase. Oh, and there's a collision. That's going to have a sure effect on what the judges score. But he's not giving up. He's still giving that 100%. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Unfortunately for Lasers, that is going to be that. That's 2 strikes. A knock on the first clipping point. And then he ran into the wall. He meant to run the wall, not run into the wall. It's unfortunate. It's the way things go. But, you know, this is a battle. You've got to make it count. Okay, so time for the final battle of the top 8. And that is going to be MSR Hydro against Amped Demon. MSR Hydro is our French fella from the qualifying. Remember, we were talking about his pink Mustang. Interesting colour scheme, interesting car choice. Respect for that. And he's going to be up against Amped Demon XP, who is in the Camaro SS. Classic Camaro. He's not rooted to the ZL1 like most people have. Looks like Amped Demon's going to give chase here for our final battle of the Great 8. Here they go into the 50 roll. Alright, here we go. Last battle of the Great 8. Slight gap, a bit of a tyre drop there from Demon. Making corrections, making sure he doesn't hit Hydro. Nice and consistent though. Seeing some good battles here, this is really cool. Nice and close to that wall tap there from Hydro. You can see why he qualified 3rd. He's doing really well in that Mustang. Fun fact for you, that is actually my favourite model of Mustang. Alright, they're going to swap it up. MSR Hydro is going to give chase. Amp Demon XP is going to lead into this corner. Alright, here they go. Bit of a gap coming into the first corner. Demon looks like he's giving it all he's got. Tons of angle. And MSR Hydro. What happened there? He just seemed to stop on the second clipping point. We're going to have to get confirmation from him. That might have been lag, I'm not sure. He finishes his run, but it's invalidated by the stopping on the second clipping point. Alright, the judges are making sure that it wasn't a lag. If it was, they're going to have to try and meet an agreement with the drivers. It's unfortunate that lag can sometimes play a part in these battles, but you know, you've got to try and compensate for it. I'm just going to try and hear from the judges here and see what's going on. Sorry guys, we're having a bit of technical issue. I believe it's good. Hope you guys can hear me. Alright, so redo that run. MSR Hydro is giving chase. It's a really nice follow run. Demon drops a tyre from most of that. Both of them nearly stalled out on the last clip there as well. I think the judges are going for a one more time, so we're going to see these two battle it out again. I do like my one more times. We get to see a really good battle all over again. It's really close here between these two. And I love that they're running unique cars as well. You know, you don't see people battling with these cars every day. And they're both looking good. Both killing it out there. Okay, so MSR Hydro is going to lead. Amp Demon XP. Amp Demon XP is going to be giving chase. In they go into the first corner. Oh, it looks like Demon went in really shallow. Came in too close on that first transition. Hydro's really close to that wall again. He's doing really well on that wall. Another tyre drop there from Demon. Alright, we're going to see what happens next run in this one more time battle. Really close between these two guys. They're both really consistent, laying it down. Trying to be as competitive as they can while trying to compensate for the lag. It's an interesting battle. Alright, next run. Amp Demon XP is going to lead and MSR Hydro is going to give chase. Coming out of the 50 roll here. Demon gets a bit of gap out the 50 roll. Killing it on the angle once again. And MSR Hydro is trying to keep up with him. Demon's dropping tyres all over the place. But a nice clip. There's a consistent gap throughout that run. Hydro just couldn't close it. I think the judges are going for another one more time. It's the second one more time for these two. It's just too close to call for the judges right now. Alright, so MSR Hydro is going to lead. Demon's following. He's a bit shallow there, and Hydro's dropped tyres. Demon with the little bunny hop there. Oh, and Hydro's been running that wall so well. Tell you what, MSR Hydro has got to be my drifter of the day for running that wall. For consistency, these two are the top of the game. Alright, so Demon is going to lead and MSR Hydro is giving chase. MSR Hydro trying to close the gap into the first corner, giving it more and more. Demon's dropping the tyre. MSR Hydro is a bit shallow. Really good chase run here from MSR Hydro. Can Demon keep it together? Demon transitions really early and forces MSR Hydro into a bit of a stall. That's unfortunate that it had to end like that. Alright, looks like Demon gets the win. Demon XP gets the win. Fortunately there, MSR Hydro straightened up and caught grip, which is a 0. It's unfortunate, but never mind. You know, they put up a really good battle. That's probably the best battle we've seen all night. I'm glad to have brought it to you guys on this live stream. Remember, Virtual Formula Drift is brought to you by Quantum... No, not Quantum Designs. Oh, Quantum Designs. Oh, I was going to say Core Concepts. And for the best replicas on the market. And also BKS Media, japandriftmagic.tumblr.com. All of these guys helping us make today a proper good stuff for you guys. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys after they've saved the replay and after they've got the top 4 ready. Alright guys, I am back and we're going to bring you guys the top 4. This is Virtual Formula Drift round 4. And the top 4 for you guys is JSI Dwight, still laying it down, killing it every time. And he's going to be up against his nemesis, D1SL Foul. Apparently, Dwight thinks he has never won against this guy, so hopefully he can change that today. And hopefully I haven't jinxed him. We also have HKS Slider against Amped Demon XP, who advanced after that amazing battle where there was 2 one more times. Anyway, so our first battle is going to be against Dwight and Flow. So it's going to be an interesting battle. We've got the R33 of Dwight. He's been killing it all night long. He's been consistent. You know, he qualified first. He's won every battle convincingly. And we've also got Foul, who's been doing really well as well. He qualified 4th. And, you know, he's been consistently throwing it down, doing really well, chasing really well. And in that whole GTO of all things as well. Okay, so Dwight is going to lead. Foul is going to give chase. They're going into the 50 roll right now. Alright. Oh, what the hell's happening? Oh no! I just saw massive lag. Foul just drove into a wall on my screen. No idea what's going on. I think he just lag slapped Dwight there. We're gonna have to rerun. We're gonna have to rerun this. Alright, we're just checking over the cars, seeing who's got damage, what happened there. I think Dwight is pretty damaged here. I'm gonna see for myself what's going on. Spectating Dwight here. Yeah, he's got transmission damage, so Dwight's gonna have to go back to the pit, and he's gonna have to drive the wrong way back round the track because he didn't turn around at the start. So I don't think this counts as his 5 minutes because you know, it was caused by lag. So you know, you got to give something for lag. Unfortunately, it's been something that's been rearing its ugly head over and over again tonight. Luckily, we're able to bring you this live stream lag-free, 100% lag-free, I promise. Well, actually, I can't promise anything. You know what lag's like. But anyway, we've got Dwight going back to the pits. And Foul will be waiting for him. In the meantime, why don't you guys give your predictions in the comments for me? Give your prediction on who you think's going to win. Who do you think's going to win this round of VFD? Personally, I think Dwight's probably got the best chance, as long as he doesn't get lag slapped into the sky. He's been running the best. He's been consistent. You know, he looks the strongest. And after the few upsets in the top 32, I think he's got a pretty good chance here. That is so long as D1SL Foul doesn't lag slap him into a wall. Alright, Dwight has finished up in the pits. He's going to be making his way around. And hopefully we can get this battle underway for you. Alright, Dwight's nearly back now. Thank you everyone for your patience. We've been waiting to get this underway. Unfortunately, you know what lag's like. Spoken about it enough now. Hopefully we can get a really good battle underway. I expect this to be a good battle. Foul's been doing well. We know how consistent and brilliant Dwight has been. Alright. So this battle should be getting underway. JSI Dwight is going to be leading, and D1SL Foul is going to be giving chase as soon as they go. Alright, here we go. The top 4 is underway again. Hopefully all goes smoothly. Foul leaping in there into the first clipping point, giving a really good chase run. Not too shallow, but he's not quite on the clipping point like Dwight is. Really nice and close there. Straightens up a little bit for the straight. A little bit of a correction on the transition. I think that is the only thing that really Foul had against him. There was a slight correction on the transition there. You know, sometimes when you're following people, when you're that close and you need to transition into the next corner, you know, there's a long transition down that drag strip there. And sometimes you've got to give that space, and it can get very difficult, especially if you're in such a massive car as that GTO. Alright, so the next run of this battle is going to be underway. Foul is going to be leading, and Dwight is going to be giving chase. Alright, Dwight needs to make up a little bit of a gap here. Possibly giving room for lag. Oh, and he's leaped in. Little tap there on the second clip. Doesn't look like it's affected Foul much at all. Foul ran that wall like a beast, and Dwight is going for the overtake. Gosh, this is just too close to call for me. I'm glad I'm not a judge. Just going to go to the judges here. Sounds like there's a bit of deliberation between the judges who can't make their mind up. Alright, I just had another look at the run again on the live stream. Dwight was right on him for the whole thing. It was just that little tap. Just didn't have much of a impression on what the GTO was doing, but you know, it counts. Counts for something on such a close battle. But then Foul ran really wide on the last corner, and Dwight was able to overtake him. It was that wide. I'm just listening in on the judges here, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, they're going to be... they're trying to deliberate. It's a difficult decision for them, trying to weigh up who wins here. Alright, so I was just giving a bit of input into the judge's decision there. I was just trying to help them on the way, trying to give a third opinion. Obviously, it's not mine that counts. It's up to them at the end of the day. And I think they've gone for a one more time. You know, it's really difficult to call sometimes. And, you know, I think this is probably the best thing that could have happened. So foul is going to give chase. Nice early initiation. Right on his door. Slight tap there. Dwight is right on that clipping point. Dropped an extra tie there, and oh, Fowler's made a mistake and straightened up. That is the last thing Fowler wanted to do. And after such a great battle, we weren't expecting that really. I really wasn't expecting Fowler to make a mistake like that. And it looks like Dwight, all he has to do now is put in another consistent run like we know he can. Alright, so they're going to be getting a second run of their one more time underway right now. Foul is going to be leading and Dwight is going to be giving chase. Out of the 50 roll and into the first corner here. Oh, slight tap from Dwight there on the rear end of Foul. He's right on his door. Oh, what a fantastic follow run from Dwight, throwing it into the last corner, managing not to hit him again. That's a fantastic follow run, definitely deserving of a win there, and I think he has got the win. Oh, if it wasn't for that straighten up of Foul, we could have seen another one more time there, but you know, Dwight just absolutely killed it on that last run. Just before that battle, Dwight was saying to me that Foul was his nemesis and he hadn't managed to beat him. There was something about Foul that just made him mess up every time, and now I'm sure he's absolutely ecstatic about completing that and beating him finally. Okay, next up we have Slider, HKS Slider, and Demon XP. Two Kamaras here, old and new. Daddy and his little brother. I think Slider's going to be following first. Let me just confirm the judges. Alright, the judges are ready. Slider is going to be giving chase first, up against Demon. We're expecting this to be an interesting battle. Demon has been doing very well. Alright, Slider's going to be giving chase. Demon XP is going to be leading into the first corner. Loads of angle, just again like he usually does. Slider is a bit shallow into that first corner. Demon is killing it out there. What an absolutely wicked first run from Demon. So long as he doesn't hit that wall. Alright. So Slider was a bit laggy for me, but Demon definitely killed that first run. I would say that Demon's probably got an advantage here. I just had someone comment, if you hit the leader, you should get a 0, right? From 26 Matt Dillon. Not necessarily. If you were to plough into the leader and destroy his run, then yes, you would warrant a 0. But if you don't cause an incident, if it was just slight contact, then it's just something that the judges take into account, much like a tyre drop. Anyway, so Demon is going to be giving chase. They've swapped around. These two Kamaras are going to be going at it once again. Demon's given a bit of gap there, and he's pulled it right in before the first clipping point. He's following that car as best he can. He's on and off the brakes. Very nice follow run from Demon. Transitioned a bit early there. Trying not to stop on the clipping point there. We managed to just about keep his car going. That's what happens when you take that transition too early. It just makes that clipping point all really hard to get to. Alright, so Ant Demon gets the win. Next up is going to be the bronze match between Slider and Foul. Bear with me while I just work out who's going to be leading or following first. Alright, Slider is going to be following first. Slider versus Foul. After that amazing battle between Foul and Dwight, I can expect Foul to do pretty well here. Slider's been doing really well. He's done himself proud by getting to the top 4. Let's see what he can do up against Foul in that GTO. Alright, so Foul is going to be leading, and Slider is going to be giving chase into the first corner here. Foul with his nice early initiation once again. Might have caught Slider out a little bit there. Slider's having to take it shallow into the second corner. And now Foul has pulled out a gap down the straight there. Slider's managed to just pull it in, but it might not be enough. Let's see what he does on his lead run. How can Foul follow that? Slider is a bit laggy for me, so hopefully Foul isn't seeing that, otherwise he's going to have to maybe give a gap to compensate. Alright, so they're going to be getting the second run underway here. Any second now. Alright, so Slider is going to be leading and Foul is going to be giving chase. Out of the 50 roll. Foul's giving a little bit of a gap, but he gets such a faster entry. Oh, and it looks like Slider caught him out there. He wasn't expecting Slider to be that slow into the second corner. And he just overcorrected himself trying to slow down for him. And yeah, that's what happens sometimes. It's unfortunate that Foul made that mistake. He's usually so consistent, and you know we know what to expect when he runs. And you know, I think he came into that first corner a lot quicker than Slider, and he just wasn't expecting that speed differential. You know, that's what happens when you run against someone for the first time. You're caught unawares, and if you're unable to adapt, then this is what happens. Make a mistake, and it costs you the battle. So that means third place goes to Slider, HKS Slider. Very well done to him. But now we go to the gold medal match. We're going to see who gets first place and who gets second. It's going to be Dwight versus Demon. We got a question from the live stream here asking if you win when you overtake. Now, that's an interesting question because sometimes overtaking can warrant a bit of an advantage. But overtaking is only an advantage when the lead car has gone wide enough to make overtaking the only option. If the lead car has made such a mistake that he's overtaken, then that overtake is deemed as an advantage. But if you force the overtake, if you go for the overtake when you didn't need to, then that's going to give you a disadvantage. Alright, we're going to be going into the first... We're going to be going into the first run pretty soon here, I think. JSR Dwight is going to be leading. Ant Demon XP going to be giving chase. Camaro versus R33. Here they go. Into the 50 roll. This is going to be a good battle, guys. Buckle in. Alright, Demon giving chase. Oh, and it looked like he clutch kicked into the first corner there and he rammed into the back of Dwight, but surprisingly, Dwight didn't look unaffected. What was that? Was that lag or what? I'm not really sure. For the rest of the run, Demon seems to have kept on Dwight reasonably well. But you can see on the back of Dwight's car he's got damage. I'm gonna watch that again on the live stream. This is weird. Alright, so while the judges try and work out what happened at the start there, it looked like to me that Demon just went in too hard and too close to Dwight into that first corner, and somehow Dwight managed to keep it together. Anyway, we're going to be going into the second run here. The reason as to the collision on the first run is still undecided. I believe that it was just driver error there, and Dwight somehow manages to keep it together. Dwight has damage on the back of his car as a result of that collision. But they're going to be going into their second run pretty soon. Demon is going to be leading. Dwight is going to be giving chase. Dwight actually has his own YouTube channel, guys, and it's called Dwight J Media. Spelled DWIGHTTJMEDIA. Dwight J Media. It's a pretty good channel there. He posts Forza 4 drifting content, so if you want to hit that up, give him a subscribe. Tell him Edmard sent you. They're going to be going into their second run now. Alright, Demon is going to be leading. Dwight is giving chase. I'm super excited to see what Dwight does behind Demon. Out of the 50 roll. Dwight has got quite a gap here. Demon's got a really good entry. Dropping tyres all over the place though. Dwight's managed to pull it back after Demon's had to make a bit of a correction after dropping tyres. And for the rest of the run, oh, and Demon touched the wall there and straightened up as a result. Oh, and he's all over the place out of the last corner. And let me hear from the judges. Looks like Dye says Dwight gets the win. So that's it. Dwight J is our winner of round 4 on Virtual Formula Drift. Demon gets second place. Very well done to him. Both of these guys deserve the top places here tonight. They've done really well. Thank you guys for watching tonight. My name is Edmond and you've been watching Virtual Formula Drift, brought to you by Spitzy on his YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to Spitzy, where have you been? My name is Edmard. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.